So this practice we're giving you is just to be doing for this next 1 week. And then we're going to add another piece in, but we want you to really get this exploration of longings and gateways. And the gateways you could describe as requests to your partner, but we call them gateways because they're literally like a gateway where you can enter into the realm of the longing, the possibility of entering into the realm of the longing. And as we were saying on the call last night, what we tend to do when we're trying to negotiate intimacy in the relationship, many things actually, probably every aspect of the relationship, is we tend to only talk about gateways. Can you do this? Can't you do that? Could you be more like this? Could you be less like that? Can you try this? Can you try that? Don't do it like this. Don't do it like that. They're all gateways. They're all strategies. They're all like doing things. And nobody's got a clue what anyone is longing for. And as well, we were talking about last night, which some of you like got, was that when you know what your partner's longing is, when you really feel it, you feel differently about wanting to do the thing that they're asking for. When you know why you want to do something, there's inspiration there, there's like interest there, there's curious, like, oh wow, that sounds really lovely. You want to feel really deep in yourself. Well, I want to feel really deep as well with you, you know, or I want to feel really relaxed. Yeah, I would love you to feel relaxed, actually. Yeah. So we start to weave it together. So we'll demo the practice and then we're going to guide you through it, and we'll just check that you've got everything down. So we've got our flower. A minute. Like that. So glasses on. Put the sunglasses on. I'm longing to feel relaxed in myself, really relaxed in myself, in intimacy with you.
You're longing to feel relaxed in yourself, really relaxed in yourself, in intimacy with me. Have I got that right?
So the second part is I'm going to give him I'm going to make a really simple request. It's not going to be complicated or long-winded. And Mark's not going to repeat that bit back, because otherwise it just all gets a little bit too mechanical. But I'm going to make my request. And then once I've made my request and Mark feels that he's got a yes to doing that, I then completely let go of controlling anything, of micromanaging him, of sort of going, oh, not quite like that. And I just let myself receive, and he takes the leadership at that point. Yeah. If you make it really complicated, it's more likely to not pan out the way you want. So I would love it if we could just sit here and that you take my hands in yours and that we just look into each other's eyes and just breathe a bit more deeply. So Mark's feeling into whether he can really say yes to that, not from a place of being a good little boy, pleasing, not for rewards, but from a place that he's like, yeah, I'd love to see what happens if we do that. It's like I'm inviting him into my world. It's like I'm saying, in my world, I have a sense that if we held hands and we looked into each other's eyes, I've got this sense that I would feel more relaxed with you. So the request that I'm making, I'm hoping is going to give me that experience of feeling more relaxed. It may or it may not. There are no guarantees. But that is what the request is connected to. So the request needs to be connected to the longing. It needs to be something where you go, I think if we did this, I might have that experience. And I might just have it a little bit. You might have a lot, but you've got a sense that you might have that experience. Once I've said the thing, I do not micromanage Mark. I don't kind of halfway through go, oh, not like this, not like that. I don't change anything. Mark simply does what I've asked. He doesn't add anything. He doesn't change anything. Yeah. He simply does what I've asked, no more, no less. Yeah. Okay.
So I would have had a clear instruction that from
a request.
A clear request. Well, a clear request from Jules that that she has told me will help her connect to her, help her meet. She thinks might help her meet her longing. So I'm like, so my question is, well, okay, that's a simple thing to do if I've understood it. And would I like to help Jules? So the question I'm asking is, would I like to help Jules see if she can meet her longing?
Would he like me to feel more relaxed? Because ultimately, if I'm more relaxed, I'm feeling like I could connect with him more, which is probably what he wants. So you see the circle starts to form. There's a circle because in me acknowledging my longing and my request, Mark's feeling motivated because he's like, well, if this helps her relax, we might get to connect, and I want that.
And the nice thing for me is that my safety manager, who's basically spends his whole life
trying not to get rejected,
in fear of getting things wrong, my safety manager has got a really clear set of instructions, and I can't really get it wrong.
Not instructions. So let's give it a go and we'll see what happens. So I'll just make the thing again. So so I'm longing to feel more relaxed and intimacy with you.
Yeah.
Okay. I would love it if we could just sit and hold hands. You could take my hands in yours and just make eye contact and just breathe a bit more deeply together.
Certainly.
So he takes his moment to feel that he's a yes, and then we do the thing, yeah? And there's nothing that needs to be changed. There's no goal to get to. There's no sort of, ooh, you know, what's going to happen now? Oh, have I got to feel relaxed? Shit. Oh, you know, I'm just in the experience. I'm just in the experience, and it's just one thing. Mark isn't trying to get a result from me. He's not like, oh, is she more relaxed now? Is she more relaxed? We're just being in the experience.
I haven't got to ask myself, well, what do I have to do to help Jules relax? Because she's let me know. She's made a request.
So I'm full responsibility for creating my own longing, yeah, by asking him if he'll help. You'll know if it's a demand and not a request, because you'll feel a tension in your system like, shit, if I don't do this, what's the consequence? What's going to happen? Is she going to be pissed off? Is she going to be a bit moody? Is she going to, you know, sulk? Is she going to check out? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So the point is, when you're up, the reason it's so important that you're clear that it's a request is that you can fully accept, I can fully accept that Mark might say no. I have to be willing to accept that he can say no and that it's absolutely his choice to not do this thing. Yeah. It's the only way it can work. Now, it's not sort of like, you know, do you fancy a cup of tea? Well, I might fancy a cup of tea, I might not. I mean, the partner, in this case, Mark, is coming from a place of generosity, you know, of like goodwill and generosity, like I'm willing and want to step inside your world, but at the same time, he is in choice. But be generous with that, not sort of, well, I don't really fancy eye contact right now. It's like my intention is to really try to do the thing that she wants, but checking that I'm choosing and that I'm not feeling coerced or manipulated or pushed or forced. Yeah. So let's just run through the whole thing again. So you got it down in one. I'm really longing to feel more deeply relaxed in myself, in intimacy with you.
You're longing to feel more deeply relaxed in intimacy with me. Have I got that right?
So I'm going inside and I'm just feeling like, what is it that I'm in touch with that might help me get there? So I'm going to feel that in my body. I'm not going to come at it with my head. I'm going to feel it in my body. What would help my body to relax in intimacy? What I'd love is if I could just rest my head sort of somewhere here and be in eye contact with you and just feel your hand just on my arm, just as a sort of steadying. I want a steadying feeling. You just place your hand on my arm, don't move it, but just hold it steady while we're in eye contact. So Mark's then checking, is he good with that? Yeah, and then you do the thing. And you do it, I don't want to give you an exact time because then it all feels a bit mechanical, but you know, at least 2-3 minutes, yeah? Don't be like, right, done that now, you know, next. Let yourself really sink and enjoy the experience. Don't be quick to rush to the next thing. Don't be quick to tie it all up, yeah? Let it sink through the layers. Let yourself really feel it because this is from your body, yeah? So the request I'm making is from my body. The longing I'm making is from my body, yeah? So are there any questions before we guide you through it? Is that clear what we're doing?
Just
oh, yeah.
one other thing, having heard a request from Jules and sort of thought through the possibility of meeting that request, is in meeting that request, I'm going to do my best to make sure that I'm comfortable. So I'm not putting myself in an uncomfortable position to put my hand on her arm or hold hands with her so that I'm kind of toughing it out in some kind of way.
Not relaxed.
Which wouldn't be very relaxing for either of us. So I'm going to make sure that I'm comfortable. I'm going to take care of myself in this as well. I'm going to take care of myself so that I can give Jules what she's asked for and what she believes might help her meet her longing.
And the key here is the in intimacy. So like, for example, it's not really, what we're not looking for is something like, oh, I just want to close my eyes and can you give me a little shoulder massage and I just want to drift off. We're looking for things that are going to bring you into deeper intimacy. And that isn't really going to bring you into, I mean, it's lovely, sounds lovely, but it's not bringing you closer into that open, alive, deep, juicy intimacy together. Yeah, and that's what we're looking for. So whatever the request is, that it's something that means you can really go deeper into the connection. Yeah, we're going to guide you through it. So, and then we'll see how we go with it. So if you want to turn and face each other.
What if it's a no to the request?
Yeah, so what you're looking for is the one who is going to be offering, your intention is to come with generosity and goodwill. It isn't a sort of, well, I don't really fancy that right now. Let me see what I sort of fancy in the box of chocolates. It's like, unless I'm triggered or I'm really contracted or I've gotten something going on, my intention is to come with as much generosity as possible, to enter inside your world with the thing that you've asked for and see, can we connect more? But you've got to feel like you're in choice. I mean, one thing I'm pointing to, which women can do, is like, my turn. I'm allowed to say whatever I'm allowed to ask whatever I want, and he has to do it. Right. You know, there's an energy behind it. Yeah, there's an energy behind it of demand and control, which us women can do, you know. That's one thing that we can do. The other thing, you know, there's lots of other things we can do. So we're trying to eliminate that. Yeah.
So, but it's a really good question. So for example, if I might make a request saying, you know, I want to feel whatever, you know, meet whatever longing it is, and I might say to Jules, would you be willing to, you know, to reach inside my shirt and place your hand on my chest? And she might say, well, actually, I don't feel able to do that, but I'm happy to put my hand outside your shirt.
Would that be all right?
Would that be all right? Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So that's the kind of mini negotiation that you might get into.
You know, and you're not going to start with, I want you to take off all your clothes and give me a full body, you know. We're starting with just gently, you know. And safety is often the first longing that comes, is I'm longing to feel safe. You know, safety is the foundation of intimacy. So, you know, it might be that safety is going to be the first thing that either or both of you say. And then what is it that would meet the safety that meant you could go into deeper intimacy together? Give it a go, and then we'll have time afterwards to sort of, you know, unpack it a little bit. Okay, so turning and facing each other. And just find a way to be comfortable together, and then you're going to place one hand on your heart, one hand to earth, and offering a bow. And then just dropping inside, decide who would like to be expressing a longing first. In fact, I'll tell you what, let's have the women go first, just to make it easier. Simpler, not easier, simpler. So women, just dropping inside, and really let this longing come from your body, from your energy, from your womb, from your breasts, from your breath, from the mystery that comes through your body. And just take a moment to really drop into yourself. Don't be in a rush. What we're looking for is the quality of spaciousness, of slowness, of stillness. Just slowing down our breath, deepening our breath. There's no rush. We want to feel everything. And then opening your eyes and just making a little bit of eye contact together. And again, just sitting back in yourselves, taking a few breaths. And taking in that you're here with me. We are here in this moment. And to come here into this moment. Feel your body. Feel your heart. Deepen your breath. And then women, when you're ready, going to express a simple longing. And then men, you're going to just reflect back what you've heard, the longing, just check you've got it right. And we'll just wait for everyone to complete this bit before we go to the next bit. So just if you've completed, just wait a moment, just be together, stay in eye contact. Just let yourselves both just relax into that, not relax, deepen into that longing. Feel it in your body. Let it be in the space around you, between you. Beautiful. And then passing the flower back to her. Have I got that right? You reflected back, got that right. And then women, dropping inside again, close your eyes. Men, just staying present there for now. You've not got to do anything. You're waiting to hear her request. So women, feeling inside, what might help me meet this longing? What might help me experience this longing? And listen in your body for the answer. Listen in your body. Feel it in your body before you speak it. To be as vulnerable as possible that you can with it, so that when you say the longing, it's palpable, it's felt as much as you can. And when you're ready, opening your eyes again. And just expressing in as simple way as possible, and it needs to be a doable action. You can't ask for them to be in a certain feeling or to be more energy or something. It's got to be an embodied, doable action. So women, when you're ready, just asking, I would love it if. And then once you've expressed the request, you hand the flower over, and the men, if you just take a moment to feel with as much generosity and goodwill as you can, unless you're massively triggered or goes against your spiritual beliefs or your political values. And if you feel that you can choose, it's okay to say no, you don't feel under duress. You say, yes, I would love to. And then women, from this moment on, you do not micromanage him or change something or add anything. You let yourself fully receive whatever it is you've asked for, but stay in connection. Yeah. We'll just stay here for a little while. Making sure it's relational. Just be in eye contact a little bit, even if it's just a little bit, so you are just staying connected. And you might feel really like it's intimately connected through your bodies, but just check you're not drifting off into your own little world. And really just sink into this. Be really here, men. Be really just there in the intimacy. Women, let yourself feel your body, whatever it is you've requested. Drop deeper into it. In service to deeper intimacy, you're asking for what you're asking for, to open gateways to deeper intimacy. Sink deeper and deeper. Just all the layers. Okay, so just very gently, don't talk or say anything, but just come back up to sitting so that you can see each other. And women, I'm going to invite you to just close your eyes, drop inside, and notice whether you feel that the longing has been met to some degree. It might be a little bit, it might be a lot. Do you feel closer to experiencing that longing than you did before you did what you just did? Even if it's just a tiny bit, do you feel closer to it? Like if it was to feel relaxed, do you feel a little bit more relaxed? If it was to feel safe, do you feel a little bit safer? And if you do, you're going to open your eyes and just say to him, thank you. I do feel, and then say, I feel a little bit more, whatever it was, or a lot more, or you've got to find your own sentence with that, but it's just thank you, to acknowledge that what he offered has helped you to experience that longing. So just keep the sentence simple. And if it hasn't, then you just say that. You say, thank you. Don't feel like I've connected to it anymore, but I'm committed to keep on trying. So you're going to bring one more request, women, connected to the same longing. So now the invitation is to just go down a layer. Like if you did feel that this longing was met a little bit, now what's the next thing that you would like to request that would help you drop even deeper into that longing? And then when you're ready, from your body, just feel what would help me drop even deeper into experiencing this longing. Is there something else I could ask for? Or it might be that the first thing you asked for, it didn't really work, but you now feel like, oh, actually, though, I think I do have a sense of something now that could help. So it might not be that it's making it more, it might just be that the first thing didn't quite help you. And try something else. And when you're ready, expressing it. I would love it if. and a simple, doable, embodied action that he can do. And we're just doing the same thing again. And then when you're ready, if you feel a yes to that, I'm going to give you 5 minutes just to experience it together. okay. And then just coming back to sitting opposite each other again, if you've moved. And women, just seeing if the thing that you requested, whether that's helped you to experience the longing you were in touch with. And if so, you say, thank you. I do feel a little bit or a lot. Or you say, thank you. I didn't quite meet my longing this time, but thank you. Thank you for your offer. So either you say, thank you, yes, it felt like it met my longing, to whatever degree it did, or thank you, I didn't meet my longing this time, but thank you anyway. So then it's nothing about them. Nothing about them. Okay. And we're going to do it the other way around now. So men, you now have the flower. And dropping inside. And just from your body, let it come from deep down in your soul, in your body. What are you really longing to experience in yourself, in intimacy with her? Maybe you want to feel alive. Maybe you want to feel free. Maybe you want to feel like a god. Maybe you long to feel really vulnerable and deep in yourself, in intimacy with her. So just feeling what your longing is, and you're going to try and express it, not as a news report, but see if you can really express it and feel it as you say it. So when you're ready, offering. You don't, yeah. So when you said it, pass the flower to your woman, and she just reflects back the longing. Have I got that right? Yeah. So now close your eyes, go inside, men, and let this come from your body. Connect yourself to the longing and listen to what your body, how your body can guide you with what you could request that might help you to experience this longing. Let your body find the answer. And when you're ready, expressing that. Keep it simple. Just one thing. Don't sort of plan out a whole 20 minutes. Just one thing to do. And then when you've spoken it, women, just feel inside in your body. If your body feels a yes to this, come in with as much goodwill and generosity as you can. But at the same time, if you're frozen or massively triggered, then don't override yourself. It's no help to anyone. But if you feel a yes, then you just say yes, and then find a way. Then you take lead, women, you take lead and offer him what he's requested. Okay. And then just, if you've moved from sitting opposite each other, just for a moment without words, just come back into sitting up somehow. So you can then just express, just feel into, is what's happening now, is what I requested helping me to experience the longing I was in touch with? And if it is helping, you say thank you, it's helping. And you might want more of the same thing, or you might want to do something different. Say, yeah, thank you, I'm still not able to connect to my longing. I'd love it if you could. And you might want to ask something different, or you might want to ask for more of the same. But something else that's connected to that longing. And then asking for that, making that request, and women seeing if you can say yes to that. Okay. And then just very gently coming back up to sitting again if you've moved. Coming back into a kind of neutral sitting together. And again, men, just feeling inside your body now, do you feel that you were able to experience that longing to some degree? And maybe you did and maybe you didn't, that's okay. And if you did, you say, thank you. Thank you. I was able to experience that longing. And if not, you say, thank you. I wasn't able to experience it this time, but thank you anyway. Still appreciating the offer, the help, the support, even though it might not have taken you to experiencing the longing. Because it's an exploration. And sometimes will and sometimes won't. And then by way of completing, again, just one hand on your heart, one hand to earth, offering bow, saying thank you. Thank you for sharing this with me. Whatever your experience was, it's all fine.